A Chinese couple was road tripping across Russia. A stray dog came along and stayed loyally by their side. What followed was a heartwarming bond forged across thousands of miles. On this day, the couple drove to a campsite near Moscow. They noticed a dog had been lingering beside their vehicle since the night before. It lay quietly on the ground, keeping watch over them the entire night. Whenever someone drew near, the dog would bark cautiously, guarding the two strangers faithfully. Moved by the mysterious stray, the man made up his mind instantly. He drove to a nearby town to buy some food for the dog. Upon arriving at the supermarket, he carefully picked out fresh chicken and beef bones. Eager to return, he hurried back to the campsite. From a distance, he saw the puppy still lying quietly in the same spot, stubbornly watching over their RV. It was as if the dog had decided this place was now its only home. The loyal pup guarded them for 2 consecutive nights. Deep down, it had already accepted the traveling couple as its new owners. The man gently stroked the dog and made a quiet decision. If no one came to claim it, he would adopt this sensible, sweet dog and save it from its wandering life. He named the dog Geokai, meaning unexpected fortune. To them, this precious encounter was an unplanned blessing. Later, the man noticed Geokai constantly scratching its skin. Suspecting parasites, he reached out to a newly made Russian friend to locate a nearby pet store for deworming medicine. With his friend's help, the couple successfully purchased the supplies. However, when they returned to the campsite, Geokai was unusually lethargic. It refused to eat the eggs and chicken prepared for it. The couple then realized the dog had been walking with a slight limp. Upon closer inspection, they discovered an infected, festering wound on its paw, a heartbreaking sight to behold.
躺下，忍着点儿。
The woman quickly grabbed spare first aid supplies from the car and gently cleaned its wound. Geokai was heartbreakingly well behaved. It did not resist at all, lying calmly on the ground. It let the woman apply the medicine with great care. Knowing this simple treatment was not enough to heal the infected wound, the man decided to head back to the pet store for proper medication. Yet, the moment he started the car, Geokai dragged its injured paw and limped after them. Its tiny figure stumbled along the roadside, filled with reluctance and anxiety. Witnessing this heartbreaking scene, the couple's eyes stung with overwhelming sympathy. They arrived at the pet shop and bought specialized ointment, bandages, along with daily necessities for the dog. Shortly after they returned to the campsite, it began to rain. Knowing Geokai had an injured leg, they couldn't bear to leave it out in the cold rain. After carefully bandaging its wound, the couple let the dog stay inside the warm RV. Geokai was visibly joyful inside the vehicle. Yet it remained extremely cautious. It curled up in the corner, fearing it would be driven away if it misbehaved. Its humble, yet longing demeanor for warmth only strengthened the couple's resolve to take good care of it. Concerned about its poor physical condition, they decided to take Geokai to a vet for a full checkup. However, the dog refused to move an inch inside the car and refused to get off. It was clearly terrified of being abandoned and forced back into its stray life once again.
来，才下。没事，慢点。哎，好狗，要你啊，别担心。
The man comforted it in a soft voice for a long time before. The dog reluctantly stepped out of the car. Thanks to the bandage easing the pain, Geokai walked much more easily. It stayed quietly by the couple's side the entire time, behaving in such a gentle, heartwarming way. After a thorough examination, the vet confirmed that Geokai was in good overall health. Its paw was merely scratched accidentally, with no serious injuries. The couple finally let out a sigh of relief. Miraculously, after leaving the animal clinic, Geokai seemed to fully sense the couple's kindness. It shook off its listlessness and perked up noticeably. The fear faded from its eyes, leaving nothing but pure affection and trust. Their Russian friend was incredibly helpful throughout the whole process. Worried about dirtying their friend's car, the woman carefully wiped Geokai's paws clean. Once they got back to the campsite and opened the RV door, Geokai hopped inside without hesitation. In its heart, this warm, loving vehicle had finally become the home it had always longed for. Over the next few days, with the couple's tender care, Geokai got better day by day. The dog was incredibly smart and intuitive. Whenever the man held out his hand, Geokai would instantly lift its paw to shake hands in response. Staring at the lovely dog, the man was filled with emotion. This unexpected encounter in a foreign land was originally just a minor episode during their journey. Yet through every passing day together, An unbreakable bond slowly formed between them. Geokai's presence brought endless joy and warmth to their road trip across Russia. To give the dog a stable and loving, forever home, the couple began asking around for information and started processing the international adoption paperwork. They made up their minds to bring this Russian stray back home to China. By this time, Geokai's leg injury had almost fully healed. The couple decided to take him out to buy dog food and daily supplies. As they were heading to the next campsite the following day, with Geokai by their side, the journey was filled with laughter and joy. The man played cheerful music in the car, making every moment warm and sweet. When they arrived at the pet store, they found the local dog food surprisingly expensive. A small bag cost 696 rubles, equivalent to more than 60 Chinese yuan. Therefore, they headed to a supermarket instead, picking out durable dog bowls and fresh meat. It was more cost-effective and healthier for Geokai. Yet after returning to the campsite, Geokai refused to get out of the car again. He let out soft whimpers with teary eyes. He was crying. After spending so much time together, he had grown utterly attached to the couple. He feared being left alone the moment he stepped out of the car, doomed to return to his helpless stray life. The man immediately comforted him in a gentle voice. His tender, soothing words slowly calmed the fragile dog down.
哭了，怕不要你了，不能。
The next day, the couple packed up their belongings and drove toward a new campsite. Campsites in this foreign land were not easy to find. Scenic spots were often remote, with no phone signal at all. They drove for a long time and finally found a spacious, flat, open area next to an abandoned warehouse. Before they knew it, it had already been 10 days since they adopted Geokai. During their time together, the couple came to realize more and more just how incredibly smart Geokai was.
坐下，好狗，握手。
This local Russian dog could quickly understand the man's Chinese commands, as if it were intentionally learning the language to prepare for its new life in China. A few days later, Geokai's paw injury had fully healed. The couple decided to give him a thorough bath. Their RV was equipped with a private washing area with precise temperature control. Hay worried Geokai might feel scared or uneasy, but once again, he remained incredibly well-behaved. He stood perfectly still, cooperating quietly as the woman rinsed his body. Warm running water washed away all the dust and dirt from his fur. The woman gently scrubbed every spot with great care. After the bath, they dried his fur slowly with a hairdryer. His coat became fluffy, soft, and warm, leaving him looking fresh and brand new. The man took the revitalized Geokai for a walk on the road. Like a joyful little angel, the dog ran freely across the flat ground. Watching his lively companion, the man was filled with happiness. Yet when thinking about the complicated international adoption procedures, he couldn't help but feel worried. The cross-border shipping process was extremely complex, and worse still, Geokai could not travel alongside them. The poor dog would have to endure that long journey all alone. Several days later, all the simple shipping paperwork for Geokai was finally completed. The day of separation inevitably arrived. The couple had to send Geokai to the train station, where crew members would take care of him during rail transit. He would later switch between planes and ships, traveling nearly 10,000 kilometers before reaching China. Inside Geochi's travel bag, the man packed plenty of dog food. He also carefully placed one of his own clothes inside. The familiar scent would comfort Geokai, keeping him feeling safe throughout the strange journey and easing his fear of being abandoned. At the moment of departure, the couple was overwhelmed with sorrow, and their eyes turned red. The woman held Geokai tightly, pressing her face against his soft fur, reluctant to let him go. Tears streamed down her cheeks uncontrollably. After 20 days of staying side by side, their bond was far more than simple adoption. It was an irreplaceable connection carved deep into their hearts. This temporary separation was merely for a better reunion. On the train platform, the couple watched Geokai step into the dedicated pet carriage. Lingering there and refusing to leave, they silently prayed for his safe journey. Fortunately, the train staff were highly experienced and took meticulous care of the dog, easing the couple's worries a little. After 6 days of arduous transfers and traveling across thousands of miles of land and water, Geokai finally set foot on Chinese soil safely. Their family waited eagerly at the port well in advance and successfully picked up this little traveler from afar. 14 days after bidding Geokai farewell, the couple also crossed the border by RV and safely returned to their home. In the
过来来，来过来，过来过来。
高才，哎呀，
认识。
认识。哎呀哎呀，好孩子。
At the long-awaited reunion, every bit of longing and worry melted into one heartfelt embrace. The moment Geokai saw the couple walk through the door, he burst with excitement. He rushed toward the man, rubbing himself against him nonstop. His tail wagged frantically, his eyes filled with pure joy from being reunited again. He circled around the couple repeatedly, letting out soft, needy whimpers. He gently nuzzled their palms, laying bare every ounce of his longing and dependence. His touching excitement moved everyone present. After resting for a while, the man took Gayokai downstairs for a walk, still gentle and well-behaved as ever. The dog remembered every trick he had learned, not the slightest bit rusty after their time apart. Downstairs, that RV had been his safe haven during his wandering days in Russia, the very place where their fateful bond began. The familiar scent instantly brought back memories of their time together abroad, as if he were back at the campsite, on the outskirts of Moscow, reliving the warm moment of their first encounter. In merely a month, Gayokai's life had undergone a tremendous transformation. He was once a helpless stray dog on the outskirts of Moscow, struggling to survive with neither enough food nor a stable shelter, enduring the bitter weather all alone. Now he is a cherished treasure, loved deeply by the entire family. He owns a warm home and will never have to suffer through displacement and hardship again. This cross-border encounter was destined to happen. Kindness knows no borders, and love can always travel across mountains and seas. If you love real, heartwarming stray animal stories, don't forget to subscribe. I'll keep bringing you more touching, healing, and genuine warm stories.